Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And how are you all doing today? I hope you're all doing great. So if you're seeing my beautiful face for the first time, my name is Lily and I live here in Nigeria with my beautiful children. Okay, so please do me well to subscribe to this channel and turn your bell notification on. Okay, now in today's video guys, I'm going to be sharing with you some of the hitches or some of the challenges that we've been facing since we got back from Nigeria. Now if you're still meeting me for the first time, I relocated from Mexico to Nigeria with my children a few months back. Okay, so if this is the kind of video you would want to watch, I oblige you. Don't go nowhere and keep watching. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Please do me a favor, subscribe to this channel and join this channel. So guys, one of the challenges that we've been facing since we got back to Nigeria is inflation, bad economy. My goodness, this inflation, the rise of inflation has made everything so expensive here in Nigeria. I know that if you are in Nigeria right now watching me, you will perfectly relate with everything, every single thing that I am about to share with you. And even if you are abroad, I'm sure that people back home must have also, complained. People back home must have complained to you about the state of things here in Nigeria, because while we were in Mexico, our people back home used to complain also, okay, but we didn't know the height of it, or maybe it hadn't gotten to this extent, because I believe that we actually came back at the heat of this inflation. Yes, that's what I believe. Okay, now everything is so costly, nothing is cheap anymore. Nigerians are happy people in nature. Otherwise, the kind of things that are happening in Nigeria, you will never see anybody putting on a smiling face here in Nigeria. But you still see people doing comedy, smiling, being happy at the marketplaces. Though a lot of people also, on the other hand, are bitter. You can't overrule that, because there are people that have had it up to here that you can't see them smile. They are so bitter. Those are the people that you don't even need to step on their toes these days to offend them. So such people, that's why at this point in time, you need to be very careful how you deal with people and how you interact with people, because there are a lot of people that you don't even need to offend to even pounce on you. Okay, like they are so bitter with themselves, they are so bitter with everything happening around them. For example, when I came back, oh my god, I went to the market with my mom and I bought, after buying everything and I was about leaving the market, you know how you carry a very heavy bag and you want to drop it at some point and rest, because actually my hands were hurting. So I decided to rest and I dropped it in front of an old woman selling stuff. If you see how this woman attacked me, she didn't even bring it to my notice like, hey, please shift or something like that. She didn't do that. You see the way this woman pounced on me, like, are you not going to live there? What is wrong with you? You decorate. Oh my god, I looked at this woman and I looked at her. I understood her frustration. I understood everything. Like, she was so frustrated because the sun was so scorching that day, and probably she hadn't sold anything or something. I had to respect myself, and I was even moved with pity for her. Oh my god. But in my mind I was like, why throwing tantrums on me? What have I done to you? Okay, so that is to show you. So when I asked my mom was like, you don't know people these days. You don't need to offend people to get them angry. Pepe body, they worry everybody. So that I need to be very careful with people. Okay, so that being said, everything is so expensive. Even the rich is complaining. People you feel that are rich are complaining here in Nigeria. Now at this point, have you ever paused and pondered how the poor people in quotes are surviving? How the people who are unemployed, people who are dependent on one or two people, how are they surviving in this hard time? How are they surviving? Like, you guys, things, when you hear about all these things, it's as if it's a mere exaggeration. It is not. This is a fact. This is just happening here in Nigeria. At first, when I came back to Nigeria, I couldn't even accept. I found it so hard to accept the outrageous prices of things. But if I don't accept it now, hunger will kill me. If I don't accept it now, how would I even survive with my 2 children? You guys, this is not funny. It is not funny, honestly. It's not funny. Okay? So, but yeah, what can we do? We thank God that there is life. That's the most important things. And every day I keep praying that God should visit those who do not have anything and make Nigeria a better place. Visit Nigeria, because this thing can't obviously continue. People can't, this is not what we want for Nigeria. This is not what we want for Nigeria. So guys, another challenge that we've been facing since we got back from Nigeria is unsteady power supply. This word is so annoying. You guys know that we came back from a place where there is uninterrupted, in quotes, uninterrupted power supply, and here in Nigeria is a different story. It's a different ball game. It's something totally different. This minute there is light, the next minute there is no light. Even in days, there might not be light in days. Okay, sometimes the EEDC, they go on strike. Okay, and I know that we've been used to this kind of power supply. Like, I was used to this kind of power supply, epileptic power supply, before I tested the other side of life. Nevertheless, I still need to address it irrespective. Now, you don't know what happened to my neighbor because of unsteady power supply. Spent 80,000 naira to stock up his freezer. Okay, to stock up his freezer. He also relocated from America to Nigeria. He stocked up his freezer with goat meat, chicken, fish. Oh my God. And he was busy running his generator, but unfortunately, you know that running generator is different from lights. Like, the kind of power that generator supplies is different from the power electricity supplies. For example, if there should be light for 3 consecutive hours, everything in your freezer will get blocked. But run your generator for 5 hours, the probability that your freezer won't even get blocked is still there. Okay, so the power from the 2 supplies are different. Now, this guy was running his generator without knowing that the things he stocked up in his fridge or in his freezer were already rotten. This whole area, like my whole neighborhood, started stinking. Everywhere started stinking. We were suspecting. We were even worried that, are you sure nobody died in his apartment or something? We were even looking for, going knocking at people's, because the smell, you don't even want to. Oh my God. Before this guy opened up that it was everything, all the meat, all the goat meat. This guy killed 1 goat, stocked it up in his freezer, and everything just got rotten. Okay, this is a huge loss, and we blame it to electricity, or we blame it to unsteady power supply. We blame it to unsteady power supply. This is not just funny, guys. This is not funny at all. This is not funny. But we keep running our generators. What can we do? We cannot come and kill ourselves. This is, oh my God, just missing the steady power supply in Mexico. So this is how life has been different. Okay, these are the areas that life has been different. Yeah, so but what can we do? We substitute with our generator. Third challenge that we've been facing since we got back to Nigeria is data. You guys, there is also this saying in Nigeria that data is life. Data is life. This is true. Okay, this is true. Like, I got back to Nigeria and I began to applaud all these Nigerian YouTubers, especially these upcoming YouTubers who are always supporting their fellow content creators, who are always going on live stream, who are always doing 1 or 2 things. My gosh, at this point I'm asking myself, how do you guys do it? How do you guys do it? You see yourself recharging every now and then just to meet up. You guys are trying. At this point, I give it all to Nigerian YouTuber, upcoming Nigerian YouTubers. You guys say, I love the courage. I love the courage. Data. Third one on my list is hot weather. The hot weather of Nigeria. At this point, it is very, very hot. Okay, I don't know the area you're living. I don't know about your area, but in my area, it's very, very hot. Like when we got back from Nigeria newly, or when we got back to Nigeria newly, this one really hits my kids so hard. Like it really hits them so hard. You needed to see their bodies, like heat rashes almost, I mean, really dealt with them. At night they would use AC, still their bodies were still messed up with heat rashes. Heat rashes. It really hits them so hard. Okay. But right now I think they are gradually adjusting to it because I don't really expose them so much to sun, we don't really go out so much. We don't go out a lot. So what I do is I dress them up for school in the morning, take them to school. When it's time to pick them, I pick them, and it's been like that. So there is no form of exposure to the sun or unnecessary exposure to the sun. Okay, yeah. So we are gradually adjusting. For me, it's nothing to me because I'm used to it. I was used to it, so it shouldn't be anything for me right now. So the last one on my list, I don't this one is not a challenge, okay? It's food, okay? Food. Like I am not complaining about this one right now, okay? I am not complaining about this one. Like I'm loving this one. You guys know that Nigeria is blessed with a lot of varieties of food. Like, oh my God, except you don't know how to put one or two things together, except you don't, God, I don't even want to go there. You guys can see how puffy my face looks. Like I have grown so fat, which I'm even working out so hard to reduce my weight. Okay, and my kids are equally loving the varieties of food that I dish out to them. They are loving it. They are loving it. Okay, though sometimes some of them, they kind of frown their faces at it, but when they taste it, they will see that it is actually sumptuous and they will continue to eat. Okay, yeah. So I love the food aspects. I love the food aspects. Like you hang your hands around so many things. When you get to the market, you will hang your hands around a lot of foodstuffs, unlike abroad where, I mean, even if you see African foodstuffs, I mean, be ready to pay through your nose to purchase them. But here in Nigeria, I know they're expensive, or equally, but I know they're expensive, but not as much as it is abroad. Okay, yeah. So this is how we have been navigating through life here in Nigeria. To bring your way, I mean, maybe subsequently I'll bring your way maybe the high cost of living abroad, and particularly in Mexico, and the high cost. I'm going to be comparing them, and we will see which one is cheaper or which one is more expensive. Okay, so yeah, so far so good. We are doing absolutely fine in Nigeria. We are loving our stay here. I mean, you can't run away from your shadow. You can't do that. We are loving our stay here. Relocating back to Nigeria is something I am not regretting. Okay, it's something I'm not regretting. So far so good. I am enjoying it, and my kids, guys, my kids are picking up a lot. I forgot to tell, I think I have told you in one of my videos, my son can talk right now. Okay, even though he cannot, he's just like somebody that is still learning a lot of things, but he can talk, he can communicate. I think somebody asked me in the comment section some time ago, my son can communicate, he can express himself right now. And yeah, so coming back to Nigeria is something I'm not regretting at all. Yeah, so this is something I said I will come and talk to you guys about. So yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. Subscribe to my channel and turn your bell notification on. Okay, and I am going to see you guys in my next video. Bye.